Peace and love, YouTube family. It's your girl, Lena Lapoise Speaks. How is everybody doing today? I am back with another video. I'm about to get into this myths debunk video, top 5 myths of 2020. Probably should have did this in December, but whatever. I do what I want. You do what you can. Okay, so everybody knows 2020 was a crazy year, and myth number 5 was the craziest to me. Like, natural remedies offer immunity to COVID-19. What did science say specifically about this? Public health officials, they have already repeatedly said that nothing can prevent you from getting the virus, family. The things that you all are mentioning about boosting your immunity just helps to make your immune system stronger, but that does not keep you from getting it. Vaccines are still in their infancy, so we don't really know about how effective they are as of yet, but we will know soon. Now let's see what we learned from last year in our last Myths Debunked video, because as you know, I already covered this topic in full detail.
You extreme immunity from the coronavirus, but however, there has been no evidence from the CDC or any of the likes that have stated that this is a fact. And of course, you can always depend on the Facebook pseudoscientists to give you a dose of what you didn't ask for. So this brother here says, so they're blocking my post because I'm waking people up and saving lives. Anyway, get you some key limes, ginger, lemons, grapefruit, sea moss, black seed oil, or simply take orange peelings, onion peelings, boil them in water above 90 degrees, put your face up to the pot, inhale for 15 minutes, and it will kill the virus completely. Sir, have you shared this information with the CDC? The CDC and the World Health Organization would like to have your sources. Be careful of believing anything that you read on Facebook without any sources available, family, because you can't just run with this type of information.
So the fact of the matter is that no matter how much you want it to be true, it is not true. Stop passing this narrative on to our people. The earth is flat, myth number 4. I didn't even want to get into this, but let's get into this anyway. So there's still a society who believes that the earth is flat. I don't know why they believe that the earth is flat. I looked into where it came from. It came from certain people, several people, but I'm not going to get into that. We have satellite images that show us that the earth is round. I mean, if that's not enough for you, we have galaxies and we have different things that we can see from different parts of the earth. This is really frustrating. Examples of why the earth is not flat. I mean, time zones, for instance. Well, how can it be 12 o'clock where you are and 1 o'clock in the morning where I am? I mean, you look at the planets, all the other ones are circles. Why exactly would Earth be the only one that's flat? I mean, we have 4 seasons. How is that not enough to convince you that we are not all standing on the same plateau, which would be flat? I really don't understand. I don't understand why people have this pressing need to make things a fact when it's not a fact and the facts have already been proven. You can look at the example at the ant standing on the orange. Depending on where you are, you're going to see different variations of the ant, but the orange is still a circle. We can also look at eclipses, solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, where we see each pass each other and clearly shows us the shadow of a freaking circle. Okay, so if you really believe that the earth is flat, I suggest that you seek some type of help and immediately. Okay, because seriously, it's ridiculous at this point. Bill Gates owns the patent to the coronavirus. If you don't remember, we got into this in 2020. I'm going to give you a brief touching on what we discussed, and then I'll be right back.
Coronavirus? That's so crazy to me that people actually think he patented the coronavirus, but this is what it is, fam. So an article that was published January this year, the 29th, says that the coronavirus has been patented, right? So the article states that the institute is funded by Gates and that the CDC has a patent to the genome sequence of the virus. Allegedly, they say that the Purebright Institute is in cahoots with Gates. They both want to, of course, everyone has always been saying Bill Gates has a plan to depopularize the world. Of course, with no facts back that up, but hey, you don't need facts in today's society. So the Purebright Institute, what they actually are, they're located in England and they study infectious diseases in farm animals, family. As we all know, bats and pangolins are not farm animals the last time I checked. Maybe they are in China, though. It forms part of the UK's
decided to cut it off there. You can always go back and review if you need to, but the bottom line is the facts have been checked. You can go back and check out that video. It's posted sometime, I don't know, maybe October or November 2020, but it's not true. He did not patent it. He is not trying to kill most of the people in the world. I do not know where everybody got that from, but nevertheless, the ultimate, the pandemic was just myth number 2. People really believe that the government like planned this. So they believe that they concocted some type of to-do list and it's like, you know what? How can we fuck up our own country? Oh, that's right. Let's create some wacky out thing where we'll have to create a vaccine and then we'll run off with a shit ton of money. But the bottom line is they have lost money. They have been egregiously affected. Do not believe the dude that is running with the conspiracy theorists. Maybe you should believe science. I mean, just even on a logical standpoint, logically, let's discuss how has COVID affected America. So the unemployment rate has skyrocketed, family, 6.7%, 10.7 million unemployed as of the last few weeks. To tack that on to the, 15 million that were already unemployed, 3 million temporarily laid off, and that's in the newest weeks of January of 2020. Nearly 20 million Americans receiving some form of unemployment or pandemic relief. Food banks are extremely overwhelmed. They're running out of food. They're turning people away. And SNAP benefits have been maxed out in almost all 50 states. And tens of millions of people are now first-time recipients because now they're not working and they actually had to get food stamps. So if you're telling me that the government planned to put themselves in a predicament where they would have to shell out billions and billions, and now we're at trillions and trillions of dollars for a disease that actually originated in another country, not to mention a country that they don't even like and don't even have a good relationship with, that somehow they concocted this, but the U.S. got the shitty end of the stick. It seems to me that China is the one that's flourishing right now, being that everybody is just sipping on fucking Mai Tais with no masks, okay? So just let it go. I'm over it. I don't want to hear nothing else about it. Just let it go, okay? Because unless you have some type of proof, what you say doesn't matter. Myth number one, Trump and this election, child, like he really, really believed that him and his supporters really believed that y'all stole the election from him. They said, period, y'all stole the election. We going up here to the GD Capitol and we're going to raise some food. We're going to act the food. So, I mean, this was the biggest myth of 2020, that Trump really believed that he was going to have another term. He really believed that he was going to stay in office after he made that big shit show of the coronavirus. People basically was tired of his shit. They wanted him out of here. Pelosi and all the Dems, they trying to impeach him right now. It's a hot mess, okay? But the bottom line is we got a new puppet in play, Joe Biden, okay? Whether you voted for him or not, that's here. So the myth that Trump was going to be here is a mother freaking rap, family. Dry your eyes, let it go. Get rid of your MAGA hats, okay? And move on. It's Joe Biden time. Listen, thank you all for joining your girl, Lead La Poetic Speaks. I'm out this mother. Check me on the next video. Odabo.